for the third round. Okay, third round, that is interaction on sports and history. So this is the 7th lesson of from the history. Okay, so once again, without wasting any more time, let's start that, because important instruction I already gave in the very first interaction program. So without wasting any more time, let's start that. As usual, the pattern is similar like the first and second interaction. The very first question is choose the correct alternative and write the complete statement. The wooden dolls made in Maharashtra are known as dash. The given options are Thaki, Gangavati, Champavati, none. So the answer is Thaki, Thaki. The correct answer is Thaki. An ivory doll made by Indian craftsmen was found in excavation of dash, Sumer, a region from Mesopotamia, Pompeii, from Roman civilization, Mesopotamia, another civilization, and Hittite. Okay, so the ivory doll made by Indian craftsmen was found in excavation of Pompeii. This is the region. The correct answer is Pompeii. Identify the wrong pair. The given pairs are sports magazine with Satkar, Sanskrit play, Mrich Katika, description of games and toys, Kachka Vardia, and wooden dolls. So the wrong pair is the third one, descriptions of games and toys. Now complete the concept chart. Popular ancient Indian games are here. So the ancient game, okay, Kabaddi, Langadi, Kho Kho, Atya Patya. Many of you thought you go for the Ludo and Snake and ladder like that. They both are similar thing. So these are the important one. Other can also be there. But the thing that you have to keep in your mind that it should be Indian origin. So Kabaddi, Langadi, Kho Kho, Atya Patya. So these are the popular ancient Indian games. Indian originated games are these. Now write a short notes on any one. Toys and festival. Okay. So we have to write the short note, or the same question can be asked in this way. Explain the following concept. The means of equipment for the very first point, toys and festival. First of all, you need to define what exactly a toys. The means and equipment for the entertainment and education of children are called toys. Number one, first point. Toys can throw light on history and technological development. Okay, and we can also get a glimpse of religious and cultural tradition through them. So through the study of the toys, we can also get information about the religious and the cultural tradition of ancient world and even the contemporary world. As a part of, for example, as a part of traditional Diwali celebration in Maharashtra, model forts are made. So this is a kind of tradition which is actually in continuation right from the beginning of Shivaji Maharaj period. Even today as well, clay images of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his soldiers and also people and animals are placed on these model forts. So this tells us that there is a kind of relationship between the toys and festivals. So they are the very part and parcel of the life. These are a point you can also add. Now, globalization of the sports. Okay, sports earlier used to be for the means of entertainment, for the physical growth or the physical development, and they used to be a kind of refreshment, a kind of relaxation. But in modern age, the overall objective of the sports has been changed, and now it is completely globalized, and it is just one of the way not only to earn the money, but even to it contribute a lot for the GDP of any nation. So how the sports being globalized? This is the question. The sports, the field of sports in 20th and 21st century was naturally influenced by the process of globalization. You know that just after independence, you can say, though India was not the part of the global market, but the process started. And after 1990, even India, it has opened its gate for the foreign investors, and we became the part of the completely global world. So in the similar way, most of the sports, they were also globalized, and they are what attracting the viewers around the world, and many other things are there. What Khel Gaon used to be established. Okay, so it's generate a great income for the nations where the international level events are being held. So the field of sports in 20th and 21st century was naturally influenced by the process of globalization. This is the first point. The international matches of various sports like cricket, football, lawn tennis can be watched on the television in any corner of the world. The citizen of the non-participant countries can also enjoy these matches. For instance, the World Cup winning match played by Indian cricketers was watched by cricket fans all over the world. Okay, so sportsmen scattered all over the world have significantly affected the entire structure of the sports economy. Fans watch the matches for entertainment. Industrial and commercial companies look at it as a good opportunity to advertise their wear. So in this way, this is the impact of the globalization on sports. Now again, explain the statement with region. Toys can tell us about cultural history. So this is again in what way the toys can talk about the contemporary world. This question is related to that. So once again, you need to define what are toys. So number first point, similar, the means and equipment for the entertainment and education of children are called toys. So with respect to children, it's the very first important way to entertain and at the same time to educate them. Or if I say, better to say ki toys used to teach the children the life skill. Then second point, toys can throw light on history and technological development. We can also get a glimpses of religious and cultural tradition through them as a part of traditional Diwali celebration. In Maharashtra, model forts are made. Clay images of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his soldiers, and also people and animals are placed on these models. This is the common point as earlier. The tradition keeps the memory alive of the important role of force in the history of the Maharashtra. An ivory doll made by Indian craftsmen was found in the excavation of Pompeii. This artifact throws light on the Indo-Roman trade relations. Thus, toys found in archaeological excavation can tell us about cultural contact between nations in the ancient time. So, a lot of can be reflected by the study of the toys about the contemporary world or about the cultural history of that period. Okay, so for example, during the Harappan excavation, a lot of toys we find in different region, and whenever in any region we find the toys in large number, so it tells us about the prosperity and the stability of that particular region. So many things can be concluded from the study of the toys. Now sports play an important role in the life of human being, how it is. So what is the importance of the sports? Okay, so to play games is very important for us. Point number one, for each and every one. Okay. And then next point, it enables us to overcome suffering from worries. When you be the part of the sports, at that time you involve in that, and whatever your mental and physical sufferings are there, that can be also move away. So in that period, for a moment, you are actually just forget all those suffering. So games help us to relax and refresh our mind. This is important one, very important one. Sometimes what you just out from your monotonous work, from your the work that make you tired. Games which involve a lot of physical activities provide good exercise as well. Games help in building a tenacious and strong body. For example, you can, this one for third point, I want to say, tell you that in modern time, most of the our youth, they actually do go in the gym just to make their physique a strong one and good one. But in earlier days, no youth or no children or no boy, they ever think, ever required to go to join any particular gyms. The reason behind that, because till their youth, around 16 to 18 years, they just do play, and that was responsible to give them a good physique, which is actually lacking in modern days. And that's why we are forced to do the tiring exercises in gyms, which is actually not required. Okay, so playing games also help us in developing courage, determination, and sportsmanship. These qualities are also developed. Games needing collective participation help us to develop a sense of cooperation and team spirit. It also helps us in developing leadership. So in all, sports makes a person a future citizen, make the children a future citizen. Okay, transform you into a good and healthy human being. Good and healthy human being. Now come to the next point. Explain the importance of the sports. The same questions are repeated here. This was in the give reason format, and this is in answer in detail format. So the points are quite similar. To play games is very important for us. It enables us to overcome suffering and worries. Games help us to relax and refresh our mind. Games which involve a lot of physical activities provide good exercise as well. Games help in building a tenacious and strong body. Playing games also help us in developing courage, determination, and sportsmanship. Games needing collective participation help us to develop a sense of cooperation and team spirit. It also helps us in developing leadership. These points we already discussed, so no need to explain again. Nowadays, the last and very important point, nowadays industrial and commercial companies look at sports competition as a good opportunity to advertise their wear. Sports are just not limited to means of entertainment or physical build-up. It is also now potential enough to provide employment at various levels. Okay. This one is the very important point, but because earlier the sports were being treated as means of entertainment for the physical build-up, okay, for the good physique. But right now, as I told earlier to you earlier, that they are potential enough to provide employment and at various levels and at different section of the society. Now come to this is the important question. Explain the difference between indoor and outdoor games. First of all, indoor games. This answer you can be write in this format also, or even by making the table. Okay, and you can give that answer that way also. So for point number one, first of all, we will discuss the points of indoor games and then contradictory point of the outdoor games. So first, indoor games, as the name suggests, these games, the games which are actually confined in four-wall, closed environment, four-wall, and actually these games were made earlier for the girls and for the children. Number one, and these games were actually made just when we were not able to go out in the odd environmental condition. Okay, so for these games were developed. So indoor games are played within a closed environment, and a number of them played by sitting at one place. Okay, you know that either chess or many games are there. They include card games, very famous one, played with gamesmen and dice, carom, etc. The game known by various names such as Kachka Vada or the Chauka Bara or an Indian Ludo is very popular in Indian villages, and I think that I think each and every Indian children, they grown up with this. The game known as Sagar Gote, played with a bunch of seeds or stone. This game is usually played by girl, and there is another game known as Batukali, which is also meant for girls. So one thing is very clear, that all kind of games or any kind of sports, they develop according to the geography of the region and the cultural aspect of the region. Is it clear now? So these two factors, they play a very important role while developing any kind of game, sport game. Outdoor games, I know that when we just come out from the four wall, outdoor games are games that are played in the open air. They are based on physical skills, and the outdoor games can be categorized into two types. One, Indian sports. So when we talk about the Indian sports, it means Indian originated, because most of these games, hockey, cricket, football, golf, and many though they are not Indian originated, but they are very popular in India as well. Okay, so when it's category of two categories, means Indian and international. So Indian sport and Indian originated. So Indian sports and the international sports, Indian games include Langadi, Kabaddi, Atya Patya, Kho Kho. But these games, they haven't got the international status, or they were not developed because of their limited means of entertainment, and the excitement haven't got that kind of promotion and not developed at that level to which cricket, hockey, or other football, other games were developed. Okay, so Indian games like Marvel, then after Lagori, Vitti Danda, Gilli Danda, Vingdi, Bhora, Fugadi, Jim are quite popular, but they are played at one particular level. You can't go for your career in such type of game. The international games include badminton, okay, table tennis, hockey, cricket, football, golf, polo, among other outdoor sport, running races, sprints or short distance running races, middle distance, long distance, marathon, hurdles, relay races. Many are there. Shot put, discus throw, long jump, high jump, water sport like swimming competition, water polo sector popular all over the world. Most of the outdoor games combine physical exercise and higher level of stamina. So this last point is very important. Okay, the outdoor games, they are combined, they require the physical exercise and the high level of the stamina. And now, right now, nowadays they are what popularized and they are globalized. So they are generating the huge competition as well. So these all were. Hope so this interaction will help you to write a very relevant and valid answer in your board exam. Thanks a lot.